Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to be here. My name is Dr. Amira Halperin, Deputy Director of Institute for Mobile Studies, University of Nottingham Ningbo, China, which is first of its kind in the world. On this important occasion, commemorating the 55th International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, I would like to bring to the fore the impact of mobile phones on refugees. The focus of my research is the role of mobile phone technologies in integration and inclusion of refugees. I would like to highlight that you cannot really carry out this kind of research unless you are tolerant toward other communities, unless you really understand the nature of racism and discrimination. The refugees I've interviewed in Canada helped me to learn how mobile phones can empower vulnerable communities, eliminate racial discrimination, hate crime and speech, and xenophobia on social media platforms. They helped me to understand how mobile phones can help to educate about refugees instead of disseminated hate speech against them. My research also explores how to combat the risks mobile phone technologies pose to refugees. In the last 10 years, I feel that as a Jewish scholar who researches Muslim communities, there is a lot of political tension involved in my work. Because from one hand, we work in academia on our own professional research, we try to promote our work, to enhance our work in the academia and beyond. We try to develop, new strategies to help governments and NGOs. But having said that, not all people that learn about our research understand. And being a Jewish, so sometimes people would think that you have motivation to do your own research, that you have a hidden agenda, or sometimes they would just discriminate you because you come from a specific country, which is sometimes considered as very problematic in its attitude. But having said it, since I started my academic career, I always emphasize that we as researchers, our job as researchers is to develop actually to help and support. So what I would answer, and my answer is, how do we fight discrimination in academia when we deal with sensitive issues? And this is how I teach my students as well. When you have to deal with very controversial issues, you have just to do your research in the most professional way that would bring the voice of your interviewees into the main stage. You don't need to, of course, be involved with your own personal views, but rather you are doing your own research in order to develop strategies to help others and to help other communities, strengthen their voice and so on. So I think that this issue of discrimination is very important to highlight the problem and to say that there are ways to overcome these problems. And because the main reason is that my area of research is mainly being conducted by the Muslims themselves, the Muslim communities themselves. They usually conduct research, and it's usually this research is not carried out by an outsider researcher. Actually, it takes a lot of effort in order to learn other communities, and so you really have to do it in a way that would not be biased, and if you get a criticism of your own work, you should always know how to deal with this. And I'm looking forward to start working with new migrant groups in China. It also related to United Nations strategy and plan of action on hate speech 2019, according to which UN entities should keep up with technological innovation and encourage more research on the relationship between the misuse of the internet and social media for spreading hate speech. And on a final note, we are keen to develop global collaboration to enhance our work at Institute for Mobile Studies in China. Thank you very much.